Hey everybody, welcome back. I am the Gerbil, and in today's video I want to first and foremost thank everybody who tuned in the last 24 hours and gave me some thoughts and feedback on how my last video did not age well. It's not to say that it was a bad video. Of course, it was the irony of I post a video about Leviathan predictions, kind of tea leaf reading, what's coming and how to prepare for it, and then only mere hours later we get the actual announcement of what the requirements are. And I will say I think CG did that on purpose. I think they saw my video and they're like, holy snap, you're right, there's not a lot of monetization, let's ratchet up those relic levels. No, of course I don't think that. I just think I would like that to be true, but no. Anyway, yeah, seriously though, folks out there, thank you for watching, and thank you for giving me all the feedback you have over the last 24 hours, and of course with all the other videos. I really do appreciate the comments, and those of you who are reaching out in Discord. It's really awesome to chat with y'all. I just thought I would share some very, very initial thoughts. I'm not going to do a whole reading of CG's announcement here. It's quite lengthy, and the character for the Mark VI Interceptor looks really interesting. Overall, I really like it. I like conceptually what it is. I do have a concern with it, and I'll go ahead and share that in a second. First off, I think the artwork looks amazing. I think it's really, really good. Sith Empire Trooper was definitely on everybody's radar. I've been farming it. He was on my anticipation list. I had all but one gear piece ready to go at gear 12, so I snapped those all on this morning. Now I need 13 more like fusion salvage pieces, and then I will gear 13 him. I took Darth Revan to Relic 8 this morning. I'll get Relic 9 probably in a day or two, so I'm not too far off, but where I am really far off is Sortie right here. Remember how, if you watched my previous video, remember how I said that in the road ahead they said that it is a Sith focused fleet? And somebody in the comments was like, yeah, that makes me think Ebon Hawk. And you know what? You were absolutely right. And somebody else was like, you know, your Sith focused makes me think Sortie. And I was like, yep, you were absolutely right. I did not see either of those coming. My Sortie is sadly 3 stars. So I am panic farming Sortie right now. Absolutely panic farming. I don't think that I'm going to be able to get a July Leviathan now. I'm a little deflated, but you know, it's okay. It's the summer. It's gonna be good. I'm gonna do what I can. We'll see how it goes. Bastila Shan, just I do want to shout out, this is indeed the light side Bastila Shan. For those of you who are curious, Meathead over at CG did answer questions about that. No, it is not Bastila Shan Fallen. It is indeed Bastila Shan. Overall though, this is a much harder kit to get than Profundity or requirements than Profundity or Executor. Profundity and Executor only required 7 characters. This requires 9 characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 2 of them at Relic 9. I've been chatting with people about whether or not like Malgus is free to play. I did say that in my last video. Indirectly, there was a graph. I was actually referring to the ship, which is available free to play in Conquest. But I'd just like to clarify real quick. I think that all Conquest characters are technically free to play, and I think it's fair to say they're free to play. Of course, if you are a newer player or you missed out on it, then you have to go through, for a lot of them, Proving Grounds, which does suck. I get that, Proving Ground does, but it's still technically free to play. The issue is that when we get these new shiny toys in this game, we all want them. We really want them. And that is, of course, the name of the game. I want Galaxy of Stuff, right? That's how CG makes their money, and that's the way this game is developed. It is a long-term game. It takes years to farm out these kits and characters to unlock all the shiny new things like Leviathan will. So while Malgus is technically free to play, I understand some people were frustrated with that mischaracterization a bit on my part, because if you don't have Malgus, you have to make a choice right now. Either open wallet and buy, or, I mean, when it's available, I don't know if he's even available, he may not be, or open wallet again to get crystals to refresh Proving Grounds to unlock him as quickly as possible, or reassess your position and aim for Leviathan next year. Again, this game takes years. Now, I will also say that there is a silver lining in here, and that with all of these characters here, this is going to put Leviathan out of reach for the vast majority of players. So you're not likely to come across Leviathan anyway in GAC, unless you are in Kyber 1, maybe a few oddball Kyber 2 accounts, but the K1s are the only place we're going to see this for a long time. And the other thing is, Cal Kestis is about to hit drop. Maybe you want to put your resources there instead, right? In the short term. And then I like most major YouTube content creators out there, like people who are way more connected and involved than me, they will tell you also, we fully expect a GL announcement in the coming months. It would not at all be surprising if a GL announcement comes immediately after this. The player base dumps, the hope maybe at CG that we dump all of our resources into Relic 9, Relic 8, whatever, for all these characters. There's no 8s, just all 7s. And then Cal Kestis, we dump all of our gear into that, and then GL. And at that point, everyone starts over again. The name of the game, right? Galaxy of Toys I Want. So if you are far away from this, I would say seriously, don't stress. Don't worry about it, because other stuff is coming, and that may be much more accessible to you, right? Also, the last thing I really want to say about this, the concern I have has to do with the basic here. So this new Mark VI Interceptor has an instant kill, like annihilate, right? And I know that that's going to make a lot of people go, oh, that's so awesome, that's so cool. And maybe it should. But I have always viewed instant kills in one way, whether it was the Executor or Darth Nihilus. I have always viewed them in one light, and I struggle to see past this. To me, an instant kill ability is simply a lack of creativity from the content creators. When you simply say, you know what, let's just make this instantly defeat the target, there's not a lot of thought put into that, and that just concerns me going forward, because every new capital in the current structure of this game, and similarly with every new GL, they have to up the power level a bit. Power creep is inherently essential in games like this. Otherwise, you would farm your first favorite team from whenever, and you never have to farm anything better, right? That's why Tuskens beat Starkiller right now if the lineup isn't perfect or the mods aren't perfect, right? It's just inherent with the way these kinds of games are created. And so when you say it's going to instantly defeat somebody, and it's especially on a basic ability, yes, it's conditional, but to me that feels very much like a lack of creativity, and it worries me about next year's capital. How do you get better than that? How do you get better than insta-kills? I mean, Darth Nihilus was up there forever for the longest time, and yes, he's still amazing. And I could be totally wrong on this, and maybe you see it completely differently. If so, I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments. You know, message me. Let me know what you think, but this just kind of makes me feel a little let down. We'll see how it goes. I also think it's kind of funny that they're showcasing Home 1 as the enemy ship here with both of the new Rebel ships and Ebon Hawk, right? It's like Ebon Hawk's a requirement, but they're gonna demo beating up Ebon Hawk. I think it's kind of funny that that's the opponent they're showing in there. Anyway, folks, thank you again. I really appreciate, you know, everyone's attention and everyone's feedback and comments, and yeah, I hope that your Leviathan dreams come true. I don't think I'm going to make round 1. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.